What's up, everybody? This is Behind the Scenes for Leaders. My name is Alex.
I'm Brad.
I'm also Brad.
I'm Connor.
Leaders is such a weird song. Leaders is probably the most different song that we've ever done so far. It's by far the most prog influenced song. This song came about from Brad and I here jamming different riffs and playing with different time signatures and everything like that. And there was this feeling between us of like, okay, we're already adding time signature changes and weird odd time signatures. Why don't we just take this to like the nth degree? Like, why don't we just make this as ridiculous as possible? And then we'll figure out how to like make it sound like a song later. And now there's like a dozen time signature changes in it. The songwriting process for this was interesting. Like, Brad, it started with you, right?
Yeah, I think so. It all started with like that intro riff, and I think that came about during practice, maybe a year and a half ago. Searched to find the last chord that we let ring out on that at the end. Whenever we practice that, I'd play that chord and then I'd play it, a little arpeggiated, the higher notes, and that is where that intro riff, the do 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 came from.
Some of us have more prog influences than others. Like Connor, you're a prog guy, right?
I do the progs.
How was it like writing drums for this?
I'm pretty proggers.
Boo.
Yeah, say something better, man.
How was it like writing drums for this track?
Really fun. Originally, that intro like I kind of wrote like a hi-hat groove for that, but I wasn't really feeling it. So then I just switched to just caveman mode, and I went for the China and Crash and just like, just really just bombastic and loud, because I want it to be prog, but I also want it to be metalcore at the same time. So I hit my circles and it sounds good.
What was the inspiration for you doing those little clicky clicks in the verse? Because I always thought that was a really cool idea.
Honestly, I have no idea. I think, you know what? I think I was actually playing Red Dead Redemption 2 at the time, and like a lot of like Western soundtracks, they kind of have like kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I felt like when you first come in, it has that like we hold out the open chord, but then Brad comes in with the whatever, the little lead part. So I thought it would have been like perfect to kind of do that. It adds a lot of atmosphere to the song. Also, I think Danny Carey did it one time, so
Yeah, if you listen to this song a couple times, you'll definitely feel where our influences come from. Especially like on my part, like especially in the first verse, you'll hear a very like Tool-centric type of like bass part.
Yeah, like the clicky clicks on the drums, I think it's like such a cool highlight that like we didn't use any samples, we didn't use like any triggers on these drums or anything like that. Like we went legit, did it in a professional studios. All this took 6 hours. 6 hours to set up. So like the sound he's getting from just hitting it, but you're basically just hitting like the rims of your drums, right? Yeah. Like the sound you're getting like that cannot be sampled.
Specifically, Tom 1.
Yeah. Like it's a very unique kind of sound. I think it lends itself really cool. And like, yeah, Alex's bass during the verses, I thought added this like nice low end, but also like this kind of counter melody line as well to what was going on. It was really cool. Yeah. So it goes through lots of different feelings. It starts really big as this cool build up. It goes into those kind of lower key verses, but then the chorus is still really like anthemic, really hard rock. Like it's a signature Against the Sun chorus, and then it gets into what we affectionately call the pirate riff.
And reinstate law and order on our streets.
How'd you come up with it?
I don't know. I think I referred to it at the beginning as like the pirate riff because it's like in like a triplet, like 12/8 type feel, like, and just the way the notes are played, it sounds kind of piratey.
He does this like thing, like
Yeah.
on a ship that you're
Yeah.
kind of going over the waves a little bit.
Yeah, vocally for this song is super interesting. Melodically, I wanted to do something different than what we've done before. So when we're riding on that verse riff, the da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na, I wanted to center the melody around the 2 in the scale. And if you're not familiar with like music theory, it's basically just like a whole step up from the tonic or the note of the bass note of the scale. And I got inspired to do that from Be Quiet and Drive by Deftones, because that whole verse, he's centering his melody on the 2 of the scale as well. And I was like, there's just this certain like unsettling kind of nature about not having it be like the tonic or the 4th or the 5th, which is what you usually hear a lot of melodies like written around. So
God, get a load of this, nerd.
lyrically, like this song definitely goes into the political realm, which is cool. We don't touch on politics all the time, but in fact, this is only the second political song we've ever done. But I felt like I found a way to touch on politics in a way that wasn't cringe. It's a warning sign.
Yeah,
It's a warning sign for sure. And like, it definitely was inspired by some particular events that like in recent memory that happened in America, but it's like a warning sign to anybody who is gonna blindly follow a leader, not ask questions, and give themselves over to unchecked government power. Because I think we have some political disagreements in the band, but we all have like a very healthy suspicion of like concentrated power.
We ended up filming a music video for this.
Fuck yeah.
And holy shit.
It was so much fun.
You almost killed a man.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
We fucking they waterboarded someone.
Yeah, we did.
It was,
Alex specifically.
I technically
Yeah,
did,
but but he doesn't get all the credit. We held him down.
It was my idea though. Okay?
Yeah, no, right, it was your idea, but
if
we
someone
held him down.
if someone goes missing from this band, it's probably gonna be me. So I'm gonna get held for interrogation or some shit. I don't know.
This was definitely the biggest music video we've ever done though. Like the most amount of people, the most amount of time spent like pre-production and props and planning. Like we typically don't do a lot of like narrative driven videos, but this was the exception. I mean, this song tells such a vivid story. So like we had to realize it a little bit in the thing. And we got our longtime artist, Aaron, to do the artwork for it and to do the poster artwork that's in the background of all the band shots and stuff, the Follow the Strong poster, which is just so fucking cool.
It's
so like it's straight up bucks.
Aaron, so real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Mario from State 5.
Thank you, Mario.
Yeah, he was a real trooper.
Mario showed up thinking he was only gonna need to be there for an hour, and I was like, dude, do you want to try to kill me?
Yeah,
like, do you want to get waterboarded? And he was like, yeah, bro, like, I'm down all day, let's go.
He basically just went with whatever, like, you know, there's that scene in there where, you know, he pulls out the gun, and then Alex grabs it, and then I go and I tackle him. I think I tackled that man around 7 times.
Just to get the shot right.
Just to get the shot right, dude. And then, you know, obviously we have like the waterboarding scene, and that was kind of rough because, you know, obviously we can't waterboard someone multiple times.
But we definitely want to give a shout out to everybody who came that day. We had like 20 different of our friends up from Orange County in LA. A lot of them like in our friends' bands and stuff like that.
Toxards,
Toxards,
State 5, Temperamental the band.
We had Anton, Joshua Gomez music.
Yes, technically No More Secrets because Travis was there too.
Yeah, so a lot of, Dusk. Okay, I want to give a shout out for Alex in Dusk because his knees took a fucking beating for that arrest scene. So like,
oh my god,
Alex,
yeah,
man.
dude, you guys did like so many takes. He just he's getting beat with a baton
Yeah.
over and over again.
So it was a long day, but again, we thank all of our volunteers who came out and helped us like tell that story. Wanted there to be a degree of like gritty realism to what was going on, and that wouldn't have been possible without all the people that came out. It felt like a really cool community that day. Like, it's hard to get a single human being to do anything at any place in time ever. So the fact that like 20 people were able to show up at the same time was like, I didn't think it was gonna happen, and it meant a lot that everybody like came out.
And to me, what was crazy is that like everyone looks so perfect for their parts.
Yes,
like
totally,
especially like the cops.
Yeah, shout out to the costume guy who was at the space. He had some legit fucking props and stuff.
It was just I was like yeah, I could see Josh being a cop. Like that makes sense. You know?
Shout out to my boy Tyler, First Class Pizza family.
Yeah,
You're a fucking cop, dude.
Pizza.
No, that's little Caesars.
Yeah. And shout out to Marcus as well for shooting the whole thing. It was a long day, and we're so stoked.
He
to have
put
it
up
turned
with
out.
all of our shot bullshit. So,
Yeah. So,
you know.
and also like we got to dress up in suits. I know if Finn McKenty ever sees this video, he's gonna fucking hate it because he hates it when local bands dress up in suits. But there was a reason. What's up? He also thinks Tool's mid, which is wrong, which is totally wrong. So be sure to check out the track. Be sure to check out the music video if you haven't already. Thank you so much for checking out this behind the scenes video for Leaders, and we will catch you next time.
Later, everybody.
Bye.